Hello and welcome back to Man v Film. It's time for another top 10 movies that you can watch for July 2021, and I've got some real oddball and some fun movies for you to check out this month. So let's get started and jump in to number 10. Number 10, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. The heroic efforts of the cryptozoological agency Monarch and its members face off against a battery of god-sized monsters, including the mighty Godzilla, who collides with Mothra, Ronin, and his ultimate nemesis, the three-headed King Ghidorah. Wow, what a synopsis! Godzilla versus all these massive monsters. Doesn't it sound just so exciting and amazing? Not quite. It has this human story that really detracts a lot, but it's beautifully stunning, wonderful cinematography, and has some nice monster moments. Just, it's not as exciting as it sounds. It's beautifully made, but the story elements don't quite deliver on it. But still, I wanted to recommend it because it's Godzilla. Number 9, We're the Millers. After being robbed of a week's take, small-time pot dealer David is forced by his boss to go to Mexico to pick up a load of marijuana. In order to improve the odds of making it past the border, David asks the broke stripper Rose and two local teenagers to join him and pretend they're on a family holiday. We're the Millers is one of those silly movies that I resisted for the longest time. When I finally watched it, it was genuinely funny and endearing, and one that I had went back to a few times to watch. And yet, every time I see the poster, I just shake my head on how awful it looks, how silly the premise is, and how actually really funny, engaging, and enjoyable the movie really is. If, like me, you look at it and you go, no, I'm not going to bother. It's a fun night where you can switch off your brain, have some laughs, and enjoy the film. Number 8, Saint Maud. Deeply religious Maud, a live-in nurse with a dark past, takes a job at an English coastal town to look after Amanda, a once celebrated but now terminally ill former dancer. Convinced that she's been sent to chain-smoking Amanda with a purpose, Maud soon becomes obsessed with saving her vulnerable patient from herself, and in the process lead her to the light. Under 90 minutes, terrific At under 90 minutes, this terrifically paced and atmospheric horror movie offers something very different. It offers an insight into a character, great unusual moments, a wonderful finale that is truly shocking, and delivers something a little bit different than most religious horror movies or things like that ilk that you've seen before. That kind of misses out a lot of the typical tropes of those kind of movies, but delivers amazing performances, a good psychological insight to the main character, and some shocks and twists. Number 7, Time Cop. The perfection of time travel brings with it new opportunities for criminals. The government sets up the special police force to ensure the new technology isn't abused. Max Walker, one of these time cops, learns of a corrupt politician's plot to become president using the device. Senator McComb discovers Walker's on his trail, and the real action begins in Walker's own past. Jean-Claude Van Damme, sold. Time travel, sold. It's two things that I love put together and creates an absolutely really fun and enjoyable science fiction action movie that delivers some fun sequences. I think is terrific. I think Van Damme is really charismatic. I think Ron Silver's terrific as the bad guy, and it's just one of these pure entertainment kind of films that I often watch Sunday afternoon when I don't want to think, I just want to be entertained. Number 6, Ronin. A woman assembles a team of professional killers from all over the world to get a hold on a certain case with some mysterious content. The case is in the hands of some ex-KGB spies, and there are many people and organisations that will do anything to get it. John Frankenheimer directs the hell out of this movie that has some of the best car chases ever committed to film. I love them as they race around these French towns doing some crazy stuff, which I won't spoil just now. This has got a terrific cast, Sean Bean, Robert De Niro, Jean Reno, and many, many more. Stellan Skarsgård. I could go on and on and on. It's one of those thrillers that I put on every now and again and just marvel at how well constructed and put together it is, how much fun it is to watch the assemblance of the team and then them going through the missions and hitting the speed bumps and how they rectify them. Terrific film, highly recommended. Number 5, Sixstring Samurai. A mysterious and powerful hero of the classic kind, Buddy, is as skilled with his guitar as he is with his samurai sword. Thrown together with a kid whom he saves in a spectacular battle, the two of them must now escape their enemies and reach Las Vegas, the rock and roll capital of this future world. Sixstring Samurai is a bonkers action movie, very stylised and very unusual, about a post-apocalyptic future where musicians do battle to try and take over Elvis's throne. Kind of. It's a little bit more interesting than that. It has some wonderful direction and musical choices, but it's very weird and different. I hope you like it. Number 4, Killer Sofa. When a possessed reclining chair becomes enchanted by a girl and starts committing crimes of passion, the couple of detectives find themselves fighting their own demons while trying to solve this strange case, with the help of a disgraced Jewish rabbi and an eccentric voodoo sorceress. So hear me out. Killer Sofa is mental. It is about a killer chair. Yet it's not as silly as that. It has moments of real horror and terror, and it has this moment at the end where you genuinely feel sorry for the trapped soul within this chair. It works. It's completely pulpy and silly, but it's so funny and engaging and horrifying. It works. It's odd, but a lot of people are going to look at the poster, hear the synopsis and just say, no, I'm not watching that. It's not for me. Give it a try. You may like it. Number 3, Extra. Tony's father, Sam, abducted by aliens 3 years earlier. He returns to Earth and seeks his wife and son, but she's been living with someone else. And after an awkward reunion, Sam's not the same as when he left, and he begins affecting Tony in frightening ways. Extra is one of those British horror movies from the early 80s that is completely crazy and hard to describe. It's all about mood and atmosphere, and this gets deeply under your skin and starts to really affect you in certain ways. There are moments of gross out horror that really need to be seen to be believed, especially when Tony is birthed back into existence in a scene that will never ever escape my memory. It's so shocking. The weirdness of toys coming to life in the final third of the movie, the oddball sensibility of Tony and his effect on his family is all weird and just super interesting to watch. Number 2, Assault in Precinct 13. Police ambush and kill several gang members in LA. Gang members make a pact of blood to strike back at the police and conduct a siege on the police station, which is almost abandoned and due to be closed. John Carpenter's wonderful 70s thriller really has a sense of the Western about it as these people lay siege to this police station. It has this kind of sparse score. It's got these wonderfully iconic characters. It has a real death scenario about it. This completely abandoned police station, which has been stripped of all phones, communication devices, and it has these well-organised gang people pretty much picking them off with automatic weapons and sniper rifles and what have you, and it's deeply effective. It also has a horrific moment at the start of a child being killed as well, which is the catalyst for everything that really happens. Number 1, Scanner Cop. Sam Stasiak, a rookie cop with the LA Police Department, is also a scanner. When a string of murders begin to decimate the police department, Sam faces sensory overload and a possible insanity as he uses his powers to hunt the man responsible for the killings. Scanner Cop is tremendously fun, great practical effects that are just jaw-dropping, and I'd have no idea how they achieved a lot of them. It is pulpy and tropey and typical of mid-90s action stuff, but it's a great police thriller mixed with a horror film at the same time, and it's all down to some good performances, some familiar faces in the cast, and those absolutely amazing practical effects that deliver time after time. Scanner Cop is a movie that I never had on my radar until a few weeks ago, and now has become a favourite, a firm favourite of mine, and one I want to share with everyone. So there we have it, 10 fantastic, hopefully, movies that you can check out this month. I hope you find something there that you're really interested in checking out. If there's something that I've missed off my list, something that you think should be on there, let me know in the comment box below, and next month it might make my list. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.